Good morning, traders. This video is focused on the euro dollar and pound USD retracements that are occurring at the start of the open. And this video from Admiral Markets also takes a look at the dollar yen and AUDUSD. First of all, though, be aware that this video is shown to a global audience but may not be suitable for everyone. Please take a look at the link, select your country of residence, and contact the appropriate entity to see if it is suitable for you. Also, trading for exchange or global financial markets is considered high risk and may not be suitable for everyone. Please seek the advice of an independent financial advisor for more information on that. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. For continuing watching this video, you agree with the disclaimer. You can find more information about the disclaimer when clicking on the link or going to the link. Alright, we want to start with the AUDUSD daily chart, and we've got a good break of this support trend line, and the price is accelerating to the downside and reaching the previous bottom, which is around this level here, 69-ish. Now, with price basically reaching this bottom, you can see already a bit of a bounce in today's candle, and that's what we're seeing as well on the other pairs. There's a bit of retracement going on as we speak. So from that point of view, I think the AUDUSD definitely in a strong downtrend on the weekly chart. You can see that pretty clearly. Last week's candle was very big, very strong, about a 340 pip bearish candle, and that candle of last week basically engulfing weeks and weeks of price action before that, right, with exception of two tops here, but otherwise a very strong signal that the downtrend can continue. And we of course see previously that there was a strong momentum on the weekly and the monthly chart. So a downtrend continuation, I think, is a very good option here for the AUDUSD. So when I put a fib on that weekly candle from the top to the bottom, a retracement up to the 38 or the 50 fib would be interesting spots for a downtrend continuation on this AUDUSD. So I'm keeping an eye on these fibs. Basically, when price gets up to those fibs, weekly candle as well, and about halfway that candle obviously is the 50 fib, and I would be hunting and keeping an eye on a 4-hour chart or an hourly chart for price action reversal signals at those levels. There's a broken trend line as well, as you can see, and basically looking for rejection signals in that area for that downtrend continuation. Target would be at first, of course, the minus 272 target, 68.15, then even the minus 61.8 target at 66.75. Those are my main targets in vision if I'm able to catch this turnaround here to the downside. Before I take a look at the other currency pairs, be aware of our webinars this week where we take a look at the live market. On Monday, a week recap of the majors. Tuesday and Wednesday, taking a look at the live Forex market and other instruments. Wednesday, then it takes a look at divergence and MACD. And on Thursday, a very important concept of trade management, how to trail the stop loss so that you have a great risk to reward. So that's all coming up this week in the live webinars with Admiral Markets. All right, moving on to the euro dollar 1-hour chart. You can see the retracement happening as we speak. Basically bearish price action, but of course there is a bullish momentum or trend going on. Price is above these support levels. So I'm keeping an eye on the 61.8 fib here at 108.65. Keeping an eye on the 78.6 fib at 108.40. There are also two trend lines there, especially this trend line right here where I will draw a red circle around. That trend line has numerous hits here, as you can see, and the price is retesting that line. So I'm curious if I'm able to see a price action reaction here on the hourly chart, and that could be maybe interesting to find a position for an upside trade. Resistance is not too far away, so it could be short-lived, that upside, but I think the price is getting into a bouncing spots considering this uptrend here on the hourly at least. But of course, if we zoom out to a 4-hour chart, you can see that price was also pretty close to resistance, and in fact it's stuck in this triangle between support and resistance. So it could bounce here, but it could only bounce back up to that resistance, and that could be it. Now, if price does manage to break above that resistance, then there could be a bigger breakout trade, of course, possible, but only if after it breaks above that trend line. If it breaks below the support, obviously there could be a bigger breakout to the downside. So logically, as you can see, I'm keeping an eye on these two outer trend lines. These look like very important triangle lines, but before that happens, I will keep an eye on a bounce about halfway that triangle when using basically a fib and these trend lines, and there could be a bounce off of that line. So that's a little uptrend here on the hourly chart, so that might continue. Pound USD, definitely downtrend continuation, broke below this purple support trend line, and the downtrend channel angle is getting steeper. You can see the steepness here, pretty good angle at this moment, and it's definitely a lot steeper than at first. What it was at first here, this angle was very shallow. Now a lot steeper with the recent acceleration. So price is getting a good downtrend momentum, but could be at the bottom of the downtrend channel yet again. After price broke through here, got a good couple of 100 pip fall. All right, but price is still roughly at the support horizontal support level. Good break below it with the candle close, but still I am cautious that there could be a bit of a bounce here and retracement as we speak. Looking at the daily chart, we do have a very good momentum, a good bearish momentum, but this has happened already for quite a while, more than 2 weeks, going into 3 weeks almost. So some type of retracement might happen. And we look at the 4-hour chart, this is what we're seeing. Good downtrend channel, I'm not saying, but we're pretty close to this bottom as yet again. So a bit of retracement here is what I would not be surprised. You can see price already showing that potential for retracement, and perhaps price could retrace back into this resistance level before seeing some struggle or even the trend line and turning back probably for a downtrend. All right, so that's what I'm keeping an eye on. When using a fib, basically on this entire downside from here to here, all right, price could, of course, have resistance at 146, 23.6, 146.60, and there's a 38.2 fib. Those could be important levels, and the downtrend could potentially continue from that point. One more thing, by the way, if price does not make that retracement and starts to break below this bottom, of course, then there could be a breakout trade, and I'll keep an eye on lower time frames for potential setup during the week. Dollar yen, basically breakout as well, just like the AUDUSD, but I'm not interested in the dollar yen at the moment because it's right at support. So there could have been a bit of bounce here, to be honest. Triangle break was lovely, was a good triangle break, but now it's at support, so I'm cautious and standing on the sidelines with the dollar yen. All right, thanks for joining this video. Hope to see you in the live trading room webinars. Wish you all great trading and have a great week. Cheers.